Liverpool versus everybody. I know you guys already seen my mug already today for an extended amount of time, actually. Kind of probably one of the longest ones we've done. But I'm back because usually on Mondays, and actually building up to our next game, whether it be Champions League, FA Cup, League, I spend a lot of time listening to podcasts. And I have to say there's a lot of good ones concerning Liverpool Football Club. If you just type in Google LFC or Liverpool FC podcast, you get a whole bunch of them. Of course, you'll get like the Anfield Wrap, Anfield Index. I think if you Redmond TV have one. There's a US one. All types. My favorite is the Day Trippers, and I've got to listen to a lot of what they've said and the other podcasts. And I've made a decision that some of these podcasts I just can't. I can't put up with anymore. There's no point in really saying their names. There's no real point in saying that I'm gonna not listen to them anymore. But I guess I'm saying it just to say, I'm really sick and tired of it, especially these proper Liverpool fans who are from Liverpool and having so much foolish, ridiculous things to say. I just don't get it. And one of the things somebody said, I can't remember the podcast it was, but he was saying that Mo Salah was once looked at as a diminutive Egyptian. Now, I don't know if he really knows what the definition of diminutive is, but I don't know why we're calling him that. That's ridiculous. And it's fair play for all the people. It's all nice in hindsight now to be bigging up Mo Salah now because he's doing so well. Let's be honest, most of us, not myself included, most of us as far as fans, doubted what Salah could do for us. Most of us doubted what Mane could do for us. That's what we do as Liverpool fans. We continue to doubt these people. If you don't have a Hispanic or Brazilian last name and you're not a, known player, nobody really has any faith in you. And then all of a sudden, when you prove them wrong, all of a sudden you're God, and they come up with these Egyptian Messis and ridiculous, disrespectful in my mind, kind of comparisons. Mark my words, you heard it here first. I'm segueing to Mane now because clearly there's still a lot of talk about Mane, which is ridiculous to me. What people don't know, but if you knew football, check the stats. He's had a better season this far than he had last season. Check the stats. Now, it's a little masked maybe because everybody else is chipping in. We got Coutinho chipping in with goals, Firmino, and of course, Salah. But Mane's having a better season. So he had one bad game. I don't count the West Brom game because everybody had a bad game. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, some of these podcasts and platforms, they should be using it to speak knowledgeable about all things LFC. Not this ignorant BS. Pretty much scoffing at the more serious issues, particularly with the players that happened with the racist abuse or whatever, scoffing at that, but then spending so much time about how fans are treated. Man, fuck the fans. And excuse my language, but my point, what I mean by that is, and I know some of you might have your young sons watching it as well, because Onyx is on this show. Maybe you have a son or a daughter or whoever is around the same age. So excuse me for my language, but the same fans you're talking about being mistreated are the same fans who can't even treat the game and treat the players properly and get behind the team. And yeah, this is an American fan talking about it, but I know, I can see, I can hear. There's no support at the home matches. So don't tell me about how fans are being treated wrong or whatever. We've been spoiled for so long. And we've been spoiled last year with Mane and now with Salah. And we still can't be happy. But mark my words here, if Mane ever gets hurt, I guarantee you people on Twitter, people on YouTube comment sections, people on podcasts will be saying, oh, we don't need him anyway. He's not playing that good anymore. He's not as good as he was last year. We have Salah. It's just ridiculous, man. And it pisses me off because, again, everybody has their own opinion, but some of these opinions are just, I don't know where you're getting them from. I don't know. And back to the being spoiled with Salah, it's like everybody, seemingly every day, daily, on Twitter or any other platform, people are still whining about, yeah, good game, but we really need a proper number 9. Really? Really? I mean, we basically, and a guy mentioned this on Day Tripper, so I don't want to make it seem like it's my original thought, but the good point was, we pretty much have that in Salah in a very sneaky way. I mean, as a winger, that's what he's called, a winger. But if you flip-flop him and Firmino, you give Firmino 20 goals, that's amazing. You give Mane with 13 from Firmino, that's also good. So we got guys that are playing. We don't need a number 9. You think about all the money was paid for Lukaku. You think about all the money that was paid for Morata. Fine, decent forwards, but none of them have as good stats at this point in the game and the season as Salah has. I'm sorry, as Firmino has. But we still need a proper 9, people are saying. He's doing better than the best 9s that were on the market. I mean, and so back to Salah, I just feel like, 20 games and 20 goals, in 26 games, I think. So I guess there's maybe at least 26 more, if not more than that. At this point, 30 goals is obviously something that he's going to reach, right? I can't imagine he won't score at least 10 more times. But he might get beyond. He might score 35 to 40 goals. That is just insane. And then we're getting probably at least 20 more, 20 at least all around for Firmino and Coutinho both. And of course, Mane's going to get back in the swing. I don't think he's really necessarily lost the swing. He's in a small little rut, I guess. But even to me, that's a little harsh. You know what I mean? So, we are just fit and firing. And Firmino, he's to this day that he's still so underrated by our own fans. It's just amazing. I just don't get that. I don't get that, man. But, to each his own. People are going to feel what they want. I love Firmino, man. And I feel like not only are his stats better than Lukaku and Morata, but he does way more. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot about Lacazette, the other prized player that everybody wanted. He does so much besides. Those guys are just there for goals, especially Lukaku. He does no work off the ball. Lacazette, I haven't watched a lot of Arsenal or enough to see. A lot of times they've been sitting him for some strange reason. Morata, okay. Him coming in, the big name was cool, but I never thought he was that great. He's been doing okay for Chelsea, and they probably lead you to believe that he's amazing or whatever, but I don't want any of those guys. I want Firmino working his tail off, getting the ball back. He's one of those guys that those other guys are just there to score. He's there to look for other people to score, it seems like, more than anyone else. Keeping that ball alive to Lovren, and shout out to Genie too, because he kind of started that, keeping the ball alive, just giving it a little pinch up. But yeah, man, I'm not trying to rant and everything, because we had a good game recently, but I just when I spend my time, and I'll continue to do it because it's just good to see what other fans are thinking, and that's fine. We can have different opinions, but some of this stuff is just beyond ridiculous, man, and beyond it. But that's fans for you, right? That's what it is. Every fan base, every club has the same situation. We're not special in that sense, but it really is just really irritating, to say the least. So just wanted to come back and say that, man. Look, our team we have a mighty team. You know what I mean? And I don't, if people don't see that, or they try to find reasons to blame us or knock us or whatever. There's people still with an agenda over Lovren after he scored a goal and turning that into, but it's Lovren though, so he's gonna make a mistake at some point. Somebody needs to explain, how is that a positive thing to say? And not that you always have to be positive necessarily, but I'm just saying, I just don't get how you can continue to. This guy had an amazing game, I thought. Hendo too. I don't know if I shot him out enough. Hendo had a really good game, but it's just frustrating. So I guess this is me just kind of, now I feel better. I was able to say that, and maybe just bouncing things off of you guys. What do you guys think about the things that I'm saying today, covering those topics, or what have you? I can sign off now. See you soon.